Okay, quick question for everyone listening. When was the last time you actually designed your life? Not your living room, not your meal prep for the week, but the whole big, messy, beautiful thing. If you just thought, never, you're definitely not alone.
Honestly, I barely designed my sock drawer, Maya. But here's the thing. What if we could treat our lives like a creative project? You know, with dashboards, prototypes, and even a few sticky notes? And maybe, just maybe, less existential dread?
I mean, if I could put my existential dread on a dashboard, I'd probably be at least 3/4 full. Hey everyone, I'm Maya. And today we're getting real about how to actually build a joyful, well-lived life. Not in a vision board and manifest it kind of way, but with tools that actually work. And with me, as always, is the guy who once tried to prototype his morning routine and ended up late for work for a week.
In my defense, Maya, my coffee to toothbrush ratio is still a work in progress. Hey everyone, I'm Dax. And yeah, I learned the hard way that not every experiment is a win. But that's the whole point. Life design isn't about perfect plans. It's about trying stuff, learning, and making things a little better, sometimes with toothpaste on your shirt.
So let's dive in. The first big idea from designing your life is this. Treat your life like a design problem. And that starts with the Health, Work, Play, Love dashboard. Imagine 4 little gauges, like on your car, measuring how full you are in health, work, play, and love. Not just your body, but your mind and spirit too. So, how's your dashboard looking today, Dax?
Oof, okay, real talk? My health gauge is probably half full, or half empty, depending on if you caught me before or after my 3rd donut. Work is good. Play is, let's say, needs improvement. And love is actually pretty full. But that's the magic of this dashboard, right? You get to see where you're thriving and where you might want to redesign.
Exactly. And it's not about judging yourself. It's about getting curious. Like, if your play gauge is running on empty, maybe it's time to schedule something fun just for the joy of it. You know, not everything has to be a side hustle. Shocking, I know.
Wait, you mean my competitive Netflix binging doesn't count as play? But seriously, the dashboard is just the start. The next tool is all about your Workview and Lifeview. Basically, what does work mean to you? And what does life mean to you? Heavy questions, but you don't need a philosophy degree, just a few honest sentences.
So, Dax, what is your Workview? Why do you work? Besides, the obvious, to afford groceries and Wi-Fi.
Honestly, I work because I love solving problems and feeling useful. But I also want work to mean something. Not just a paycheck, but contributing to something bigger. And my life view? That's trickier. I think life is about connection and growth. And coffee. Definitely coffee.
I love that. And here's the thing. Sometimes your Workview and Lifeview line up perfectly, and sometimes they're at war. Like when you want meaningful work, but your job feels soul-sucking. The book actually has you write both down and then look for clashes or harmony. It's like relationship counseling, but for your own brain.
And then comes my favorite tool, the Good Time Journal. You log your daily activities, but instead of just tracking time, you note when you're actually engaged or energized. It's like being a detective for your own happiness. Turns out, I get way more energy brainstorming with friends than sitting in endless meetings. Who knew?
Shocking revelation. Meetings are not the secret to joy. But seriously, the Good Time Journal is so revealing. And you can use the AEIOU method to dig deeper. Activities, environments, interactions, objects, users. Like, what exactly were you doing? Who was there? Was it the place, the people, or the task that made you light up?
For me, it's always people. And snacks, but mostly people. Okay, so let's talk about what you actually do with all this info. Because knowing you're happiest at trivia night doesn't mean you should quit your job to become a full-time trivia host. Or does it?
Here's where mind mapping comes in. You take those moments of engagement and energy, and you map out all the words and ideas they spark. It's like free association, no censoring. The goal is to get past your usual thinking and find new connections. Like, maybe you love hiking, mentoring, and brainstorming. What if you mashed those together and created an outdoor leadership camp for teens?
And then, this is my favorite part, you build your Odyssey plans. That means you sketch out 3 totally different 5-year lives. Not just plan A, B, C, but wild alternatives. One might be all in, the Silicon Valley story. Another could be helping kids with a nonprofit, or even opening a neighborhood bar. You rate each one for resources, likability, confidence, and coherence. It forces you to see that there's never just one path forward.
And don't forget prototyping. You don't have to commit to a 5-year plan right away. You can prototype by having life design interviews. Basically, talk to people who are living the lives you're curious about. Or try a mini experiment, like shadowing someone for a day. It's like test driving a life before you buy it.
So, basically, you're allowed to be nosy and call it research? I love it. And if you're really stuck, you can brainstorm with your life design team, a group of supporters, players, and intimates who help you generate ideas and keep you honest. And yes, you can bribe them with snacks.
Snacks are a critical part of any well-designed life, obviously. But seriously, the team is so important. They're not there to judge or fix you, just to support and co-create. The only rules? Keep it respectful, confidential, participative, and generative. Basically, don't be a jerk.
All right, let's make this real for everyone listening. Think about your own dashboard. Health, work, play, love. Where are you full? And where could you use a redesign? And what's one tiny experiment you could try this week?
All right, pop quiz time. Don't worry, we won't grade you much. Take a second and ask yourself, what's one thing that energized you in the past week? Seriously, pause the episode if you need to. We'll just be here awkwardly waiting.
This got me thinking too. My answer? I felt most alive when I was helping my niece build her science project. No meetings, no checklists, just pure curiosity and teamwork. If your answer surprised you, that's a clue.
And if you thought, wait, nothing energized me? That's totally fair too. Sometimes noticing what drains us is just as valuable as noticing what lights us up. The point is to get curious, not critical.
So if you forget everything else, just remember this. Your life is a creative project. You get to try stuff, make mistakes, and redesign as you go. There's no one right answer, just a series of experiments.
Okay, you know what time it is. Life lesson of the week. Dax, you're up first. Hit us with some wisdom, or at least a good story.
All right, so this week I totally bombed a presentation at work. Like full-on tech fail, slides froze, I started sweating, the whole 9 yards. Old me would have spiraled, but I remembered the failure reframe exercise from the book. I logged it, realized it was a growth opportunity, and asked myself, what can I actually learn here? Turns out, I need to practice with tech, and maybe bring backup note cards. But honestly, it made me less scared of failing. It's just data for the next experiment.
That hit me, honestly. My lesson? I realized I was running on empty in my play gauge. So I forced myself to sign up for a pottery class, and I was terrible at it. But I had so much fun, and I met new people. Sometimes joy is on the other side of awkwardness. So, if you need permission to try something new and weird, this is it.
All right, before we let you go, vocab check. Don't worry, this is the fun part. Maya, hit us with the first term.
All right, first up, dashboard. In life design, your dashboard is a visual tool to assess how full or empty you feel in health, work, play, and love. Think of it like your car's dashboard, but instead of gas, you're measuring joy.
Next is Workview and Lifeview. Workview is your philosophy about what work means to you, why you do it, what matters. Lifeview is your big picture perspective on what life's all about. When they line up, life feels good. When they clash, well, that's when you start dreading Mondays.
Good time journal. This is your detective notebook for tracking when you're engaged or energized. You log activities and reflect on what made them great or not so great. Bonus points if you use colored pens.
And Odyssey Plan. That's where you sketch out 3 totally different 5-year futures for yourself, each with its own title, questions, and dashboard. It's not about picking the right one, but about seeing how many possibilities your life holds.
Last one, prototyping. In life design, prototyping means testing out ideas with small, low-risk experiments, like having a conversation, shadowing someone, or trying a new activity. It's about learning by doing, not just thinking.
Seriously, thank you for hanging with us. If you try any of these tools, dashboards, journals, Odyssey plans, let us know. Drop a comment, subscribe, and tell us your life lesson of the week. Remember, you're the designer of your own life. Make it joyful, make it weird,